Hello, I'm Ben. Welcome to the channel. Alright, this is going to be a very quick video. I've made videos on the subject before, so feel free to look at the library of videos and you can find all the videos on home buyer advice. I was in the mortgage business for over 10 years. I've owned several properties. My favorite property being the one I live in currently in Texas. It's paid off. It's mine. People ask all the time, what should I do if I'm wanting to buy a home? If you're a first-time home buyer or if you're looking to buy a home, I'm going to give you the easiest answer to that, okay? If you work in a city, you're going to probably have less options than if you work somewhere that you can get to a rural area. My suggestion is this. I will give you an example. I lived in Austin for a decade. I lived 20 miles north of Austin during that period of time. Austin continued to grow and expand, but I had a place that was rural and no homeowner association, because if you're buying a property, you know the value of owning a property. You want something that's yours where people don't have an opinion. If you buy a property that has a homeowner association, they can tell you what to do on your property, and they have fines and fees that can go up every year. Just don't do it. Don't do it. If you can't find a place in that area that doesn't have a homeowner association, buy somewhere else, okay? Do not buy a condo. Do not buy something in a quadplex or a duplex. If you buy a fourplex as your own property and you want to live in it and rent the other units out, then you use a management company to handle that so your neighbors don't know that you're the owner. You want to keep that quiet because you don't want people to harass you at your home in the middle of the night if they have an issue. You would have a management company handle it. You want to have the management company pay the management people, the maintenance people, take care of those properties, but that's on a different subject. If you are a first-time home buyer and you want to buy a house, what do I do where I have the most freedom, I have the best experience, and I have a situation that I won't regret in 10, 20, or 30 years? Here you go. Get your notepad. Here it is. You buy yourself 2 to 4 acres somewhere in a unrestricted area. Okay, so that means you're going to be outside of the city limits. You're going to buy between 2 and 4 acres, unrestricted. The best case scenario is you have neighbors on each side of this property that are big neighbors, or one neighbor that owns the property around the whole property that's been there for decades. You want to buy 2 to 4 acres because 2 to 4 acres gives you room to expand. It gives you the possibility of maybe having a child build a house near you at some point, etc., etc. So buy 2 to 4 acres in a rural area. And this is if it doesn't have a house on it, okay? If you need to do something soon that's relatively inexpensive, you want to look at a premier home builder that's in the mobile home business, okay? You do not want to build a new house right now, okay? Right now is an awful time. New home construction is awful. You don't have to take my word for it. Just watch the videos on YouTube. So buy yourself a mobile home, single wide or double wide. Here's what I'm telling you. Buy the cheaper of the versions you can get from yourself. If you buy it from Clayton Homes, you're going to get a quality product. Guys, a Clayton home, a trailer home is going to have better building specs than a house that was built in the 80s or in the 50s or in the 60s. Okay, it's going to be safer internally. And if you don't live in the area of the States, it's called Tornado Alley. It's one of the best things to do. They're extremely well insulated. They cost far less to heat and to cool, etc., etc. And if you're a young person or you're an older person that's retiring, buying a single wide and putting it on 2 to 4 acres, it's unrestricted, is a fantastic lifestyle. Okay, you get to do what you want. Nobody can come on your property and tell you what to do, all that, etc. You fence the thing as soon as you can and you put a gate up. It doesn't have to be a mechanical gate, it just needs to be a gate. Put no trespassing signs and posted signs up. If you do that, everyone knows they can't be inside that gate, inside that property. That gate's to protect them and keep them out. It's not to protect you and keep you in. If they pass their gate, you own them. You can eat them. That's the way I see it. So buy yourself 2 to 4 acres. Get a mobile home, new or used. If you buy it from a Clayton Home or a reputable trailer manufacturing company, you can get them in a wraparound loan for the purchase. That will include doing the water, doing the electric, doing the septic, all of it. Okay, so you pay one mortgage price for all of that. And it's still called a mortgage. Ben, why do I want to do a mobile home? Because you don't know how much house you need right now if you're young. You may have 2 children, you may have 12 children. Okay, so by buying a mobile home, you stop paying rent as quickly as you possibly can. You have a house that's now yours. You can decorate it and do things. You can hang stuff on the walls where you want. Nobody can tell. Nobody can complain. You don't have people living over you that's loud like you would in an apartment. You don't have people living under you or on the side of you like an apartment that's loud. Your place is not going to smell like reefer all the time, because in apartment complexes, the guy next door smokes hash all day long, smokes reefer all day long. You don't know how they pay their bills because they always are in there smoking. And it's coming through the vents, it's coming through the walls. It's disgusting, it's repulsive. So buy a mobile home, cheaper the better, because here's the idea. When you buy this home and they do all the things that they need to do to have it there, the septic, the water, the electric, now you have your home site started. So then you go ahead and you try to get a homestead on the property. A lot of times it has to be real property, and so they might not do that on the trailer. But here's the point. You can then build your house, your dream house or whatever it is, on your property in due time when you're ready, when you're in a better financial situation, when things have calmed down, when you know what you're doing in life, when you've built up some savings, etc., etc. But by doing this sooner than later, you don't pay rent, you don't burn tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars on rent or paying for someone else's house. So you do this and it's yours. Let's say you decide to move somewhere else. Now you have a real asset that you can sell. You can sell the trailer and you can sell the land separate. And also, if you put the trailer in a spot that's not your favorite spot, and later when you build your own home, you can take the time to find a builder that's reputable, that's not going to have all these issues with building quality and those type things. And you're not going to pay the premium prices that are out right now. Listen to me now. I said it in 2007 and it happened in 2008, and I will say it again right now. The housing bubble will burst again. Okay? Houses that were worth $200,000 in the 90s are not worth $3 million now. Okay? That will come to an end. If you do what I'm telling you and you buy a mobile home and you put it on a piece of property that you own, the land doesn't have to be tied in the wrap up. You can buy the land and pay it off free and clear and just set the mobile home on it. That's the best option. Unrestricted, no HOA. You can do what you want to do on your property. You are free. Okay, so once you do this and you have your house, as your life proceeds and you mature, you can do what you need to do to build your house on your property. And then guess what? That mobile home that you lived in, it's still now an asset. Now you can sell it to someone else and recoup a ton of cash for that mobile home, because they are great. They last for 30, 40 years or longer, right? There's people still living in mobile homes that were made in the 60s. All right. I lived just 12 years ago in one that was made in 1972. So if you do that, you will always have options to sell the asset. You can build the house that you dream of on your same land. You can cultivate the land in the meantime, plant the trees and things you want there, and live your best life. And you're not blowing money paying rent. Okay? If you want more videos on more about this, leave a comment below. Tell me what more you'd like to know. There are other videos on the channel that I've talked about mortgage. People screw themselves up by buying too much house somewhere where people tell them what to do, and they end up losing it all. And if you are trying to downsize, if you're an older person, if you're 50 or older and looking to retire, doing this is the fantastic thing to do. Buy you 2 acres, pay it off, do it in a place that's unrestricted, in a nice place that you want to retire to. Find you a nice trailer, downsize into that. Your efficiency is going to be better than any house you ever lived in. The quality of life is going to be better than any set of apartments or community with condos that you've ever lived in. It's just the best way to do it. It's the easiest way to do it. And the property doesn't have to be 2 acres. You can buy 300 acres and then homestead just 2 acres, whatever it is. I recommend, if you can't afford to do it right now, buy the 2 acres right now. Then do the mobile thing, whatever you can at that point. The biggest thing is, guys, stop paying rent. Okay? Stop paying rent. The sooner you can get into something, the better it's going to be for you. It's going to anchor your credit. Your credit will be far more situated, far more better off. And if you look into mortgage on anything else, right now, they're overinflated. The housing market will burst. It's going to burst between right now, we're in middle of 2026, and June of 2028. Mark my word, the housing market will burst. People that are buying houses for $1.4 million are going to find out that they're incredibly upside down in the next 2 years because that house is going to be worth less than 200 grand. Watch. Mark my words. It's happened before. It'll happen again. Hopefully this is useful to you. This is something that I'm always amped up about because this is what ruins young families. This is what also destroys people's retirement. If you are getting in your 50s, late 50s, mid 50s, downsize now. Do what I'm saying now. Get a comfortable situation now and put some more money away. You don't have to be a millionaire to retire. If you have very small bills, it's easy to retire. You don't need a ton of money. And Social Security and what you've put away should be able to cover that. Okay? If you have things you want me to talk more about, put it in the comments below. I'll hit it in another video, but I just want to make this today because I've talked to 2 clients today to have something like this going on. And I just want to have this for you here and hopefully it will help you. I'm Ben. If you like this video, please like, please subscribe, please share. Be good.